I'm Rick Reckless, and this is how you win a 500-player poker tournament. Okay, we've got King Jack under the gun. We put in our normal 2.2 raise. We miss on the flop, but we've got position on the small blind who went in with us. And they bet into us. They bet very, very small, though. This normally means weak, and I normally bump this up, and you'll see a fold 95% of the time to a nice big raise here. But they call, okay, 7 on the turn. So if they were drawing, they're still drawing, and that's the thing that small bet so often means. So we really put the pressure on, and they call again. And I was going to say, and we'll probably bluff the river, but actually now the kings come, we could check behind, and there it is, the 8-9 draw. They had the open-ended straight draw. Okay, pocket fives now in the small blind. We're going to call and try and set mine. Let's see if we can find that 5. Big blind just having a think about it here. They call and we miss. So I think we're going to have to end up giving this one up. You would think with 3 other players, somebody's going to have the jack or the 9. So far, nobody's super happy to bet. That doesn't mean that nobody's got the 9. It might well mean nobody's got the jack, though. And we can definitely ask the question. Big blind doesn't want to go away, but there's also the flush draws with the diamonds. There's straight draws with 10-8 and 10-queen. It does come the diamond. They check behind, and they did have the 9. Okay, queen 5 in the big blind. We've obviously defended our big blind here, and no reason to believe that we're not winning this. If they've got a big ace, our 5s are ahead, and they're still ahead. A nice small card on the turn. We're very happy with this. It's not enough to bet. It's certainly enough to call. I thought about folding there, but no, I'm glad I called. Slight problem with the king. That could have just put them ahead if they didn't already have a bigger pocket pair than the 5s. And that huge bet says to me that they just hit that king. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll never know if we fold, but sometimes you got to go with your gut. And that would be almost our tournament over. We're slightly above starting stack. There's no need to risk it all in such an iffy spot. Unfortunately, the king was just a bad card for us there. Okay, ace king in the small blind. That's more like it. We can make something from this. Min raise from the hijack. So we've already got some action. We're going to be out of position. It's unsuited, so all the indicators point to us 3-betting this. Easily a strong enough hand to 3-bet as well. Probably should be 3-betting a lot wider than ace king. And the original raiser says, do they want to come with us? Will they 4-bet us? No, they let it go. Okay. Not the absolute worst thing to take those chips for free. In the cutoff with queen jack offsuit. Just about good enough to try and take the blinds. Unfortunately, the button calls. So not only are we not taking the blinds, we're out of position as well. And the small blind calls. Well, at least if the big blind doesn't raise, we get to see a flop, and maybe we hit something. It's the kind of hand that can. Well, we did, but it's not good. It's middle pair with the ace out. Almost certainly somebody's got the ace. Tiny, tiny bet for the big blind. Maybe they've got a raggy ace here and they're unsure on their kicker. So we can draw for a jack or a queen. It doesn't come on the turn. And the big blind makes a proper bet this time. Half the pot, really big. And that's got to be it. Surely we let this one go. Yes, we do. Do we get to see what they had? We do. Oh, they had 4-5. They had bottom pair, which they mid-bet, and then they made 2 pair on the turn. Very good. All right, pocket 9s. So we 2.2 it under the gun. 6-handed. It's a 6-handed tournament. Round to the blinds. We call it on the stream the cursed hand pocket 9s because we lose way more often than we should do with it. It's bust us out of a load of tourneys where we've been ahead. We've been 3-bet all in. Oh my goodness, for like all our chips basically. We'd be incredibly short stacked if we called. You can let this go, right? You can call, but you absolutely can let this go away for a better spot. Again, we're just over starting stack. There's no reason to panic. Yeah, and we do. Okay. We're going to try for something better. We've been limped to and we're the big blind, unless card players sitting out. Either way, it's going to be us first to act. And we've hit an absolute monster draw. A 6 for a straight, a spade for a flush. We're all in and we get called by bottom pair. Oh my goodness. We need a bit of a miracle river card and we get it. The 7 of spades makes the flush. And we double up, and for the first time, we got a decent chip stack here. Nearly twice starting stack. Okay, pocket twos on the button. Not bad if it folds around. Or a limper, don't mind that. I'd normally 4x this, but I'm just going to limp along with for the set mine. I don't mind either play, that's okay. But then we get shoved on. Yeah, if we 4x this, we might be able to make the call. But to be honest, maybe it's better to be in the situation where you can just make the comfortable fold here. It's not like it's an absolute monster that's horrible to let go. So pocket twos, gotta be a fold, right? Gotta be a fold. Can't risk nearly all our stack again. And this is why you wait for these spots. Pocket kings, baby. Blinds are really getting up there now. We put in the 2.2 raise from the cutoff. Will we get any action? I certainly hope so. Kind of horrible when nobody wakes up with anything at all and you just end up blind stealing with pocket kings. So many worse hands you're going to raise with that you want to take the blinds. It's on the bubble now as well. Oh, we get shoved off by the big blind and they've only got ace-7 off. What a brave shot, but they hit the ace. Oh my goodness, we're going out on the bubble. Miracle King on the river. Miracle King on the river. Outrageous. Wow, now we've got a huge stack and we're in the cash. 33,000. We're putting the short stack all in with our ace-5. They call with King Jack. That's fair enough. They outdraw us on the flop. They outdraw. Oh, wow, we hit a third 5 on the river. Unlucky short stack. So we take down a nice little pot there as well to get to 43,000. Been blinded down a bit by this point, and we're big blind now, so back down to 34,000. Ace, 8 of hearts in the big blind, and we're going to get to see this for free. Or we can make the limpers pay. It's so hard for them to call here. And if they do, we might have a very good chance with ace, 8 of hearts. Yeah, I like this. Someone throws a horseshoe at us. This is a nice pot to take for free if we get 2 folds. Get us back up there after being blinded down a few chips. Yeah, there you go. Back to 44. That's exactly what you want. Blinds go up again. All right, we're big blind again now. 2,000 big blind with 4-5 offsuit. Not as good as last time. Small blind having a think. Are they going to try and steal? Are they going to come along with? This is a common play these days. Just to top up, small blind to big blind, and then call if the big blind raises. Okay, we check back at them. Absolutely nothing on this flop for us. And then they bet, and we let it go. Okay, nice and disciplined. Very next hand. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, my goodness. We've shoved all in 9-6. So we raised pre-small blind to big blind. They called. And then we flopped an open-ended straight draw and a runner on a flush draw. And there's so much in there, we've decided to just shove. Yeah, baby, because that is a huge portion of our stack, 20,000 that was in there. We only had 30,000 left. Straight into pocket aces, and somebody shoves. Oh my goodness, somebody shoves. Merry Christmas. Absolute present on a plate for us there. Unless we get outdrawn, we could be very short stacked. The ultimate cooler pre, they had kings. We woke up with aces. Thankfully, they don't have the king of clubs. We didn't have to sweat that. It didn't come a club anyway. And boom, 93,000. And we're up to 4th in the tournament. Ooh, do we have the pots to call here? I think we do. We've got a 2-1 call with queen 4 suited. And the short stack could be pushing very, very wide. But actually, they've got ace queen. And we're a bit unlucky. We're dominated. We both hit our kicker with the queen. And that's going to do it for them. Not good enough for us. So we lose to the short stack there. We lose a little chunk of our stack. Not too bad. Okay, so our tournament's on the left. It's the 6-handed one. Queen Jack offsuit. That's good enough in the cutoff to try and take the blinds, which are really significant now at this stage. And we do. We take the blinds. Phenomenal. We're 8th out of 40 at the moment. In the money. King 9 of clubs. So we tried to do the same thing, but this time the big blind pushes back. And it's almost all our stack. Why is it always almost all our stack? That's pretty unlucky. Oh, we've had to shove. We've had to shove with queen 10 to get the blinds. 9's cool. There was a coin flip, and we hit the 10, and another miracle survival. 131,000. Not messing around anymore. Look at how big the blinds are. They're about to go up to 5,000, 2,500. 6s, though. We can't wait for those blinds to go up. We're going to have to play these 6s now. We get called by the short stack button. Ace 10, and they've hit 2 pair, and again We lose to a short stack, and we lose another decent chunk of our chips, unfortunately. Back down to 88,000. Can we make up for it with the ace-queen offsuit in the small blind? What's the button going to do? The button min raises. What a great spot to shove. They could be min raising very, very wide. So we go all in. I think we get the folds here, unless the big blind wakes up with something. The button could have woken up with something, and then they would have done this as well. But 90% of their hands, they got a fold, and they do. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, pocket eights. Yeah, just an open shove. I don't hate that at this point. Big blind is 5,000. We've got pocket eights. It doesn't do great post-flop. It's a monster pre-flop, and we take the blinds, which at this point is gold. Pocket kings in the big blind. We've got the trap hand, the absolute dream. Nobody suspects the big blind are having such a monster. Oh, don't fold round, though. Come on, Scott. No! No, it folds round. Absolute nightmare. The one time you don't want that to happen. You're so delighted so often when it folds round to your big blind. Can you believe it happened then? Pocket kings wasted. Oh, are we going to believe the short stack? We are, because there's 15,000 in there. They've only got 34,000 behind. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. People want to survive to get up the pay grades to try and make the final table here. It's a big, big risk to call. They're not that desperate at the moment. Some nice ICU, independent chip model pressure there. Okay, all in, ace-queen, under the gun, and it folds round. Not too bad, not too bad. Don't mind stealing the blinds with that. Another trap ad, right. Don't fold round again, for goodness sake. Ace-king offsuit in the big blind. Yes, we've got a raise. And an all-in for the short stack. And that shows that we're serious, because we're not trying to bluff steal this instant call. Instant call with King 10 King 10 suited. That is a weird call, because they had a good stack size. And we get all the chips, baby. Oh my goodness. 250,000 stack size, $250,000. And we're going all in with the twos to steal the blinds. We are first out of 22. We are headed to the final table at this rate. It would take quite the collapse from here not to make the final table now. Fantastic stuff. Does the big blind fold? I mean, they've got half our chip stack, give or take. Would be a disaster to get called and beaten here. We definitely want the fold. We were just looking to take the blinds with pocket twos, and we do get the fold. Fantastic. Under the gun, ace, jack, offsuit. So immediately we shove again. And because we've done back-to-back hands, because we've been playing quite aggressive in general, this looks a lot wider than it is. So normally you probably wouldn't get called by the likes of ace-10 here, but we absolutely could get called by ace-10 in this situation. Small blind having a real think. I wonder if they've got a hand like that. We would like a hand that we're dominating to call. Everything else, we'd probably rather just take the blinds than risk such a big part of our stack. And we do take the blinds. Fantastic. Okay. 3-4 offsuit in the big blind. Fold round to the small blind. This time we want it to fold round. Come on, Carter. Let us have it, baby. Let us have it. Fold it round. Think that we got kings. Yes. Okay. I can forgive the kings fold round now. Blinds go up. Pocket queens under the gun. So we're back to the 2.2 raise. Great hand. Great hand. Couple of short stacks here. Couple of bigger stacks. Ooh, 3-bet by the biggest stack at the table other than us. We don't really want to tangle with them, but I think queens are just too strong to get away from. Oh, this could be ugly. I mean, if they've got aces or kings, it's devastating. Even ace-king would be absolutely sweat city. Okay, we're all in. It's the only play. They look kind of pot committed, but they could fold. Nope, they call with king-queen offsuit. What is that? Thankfully, we got the diamond, and there's the flush. What a huge amount of chips to win. Queens versus king-queen offsuit. My goodness, they must have been tired. They'd had enough. That is crazy. Okay, king 9 of clubs again. We had this hand earlier. This time we got it in the small blind. If it folds round, it's a very, very easy shove on the short stack big blind. They've got enough to fold, but they haven't got enough to scare us off shoving this. Not by a long shot. And it's folded round to the button so far. Carter does let us shove, and probably Ferez folds here, but they've got to make a play at some point. No, they do fold. Fantastic. Another tasty blind steal. Kings under the gun, four-handed though, so it is the cutoff. We do our 2.2. Is anyone going to make a play on us? We hope so. We really, really hope so. You don't get kings often enough that you just want to be stealing the blinds with them. this is where you've got to make the big improvements in your stack. We're first out of 15. We're headed to the final table. It's fantastic. But at some point on the final table, we're not going to be the chip leader. It's unbelievably rare that you just a chip leader from like the top 30 all the way through to winning. Like, it just never, ever happens, really. Oraz on the button. We've got 3-3, so we can set mine this. We could 3-bet. You can 3-bet this, actually. But I think I like the safer set mine route, and we completely missed the worst possible flop for a hand like 3-3. Queen, king, jack, 2 spades. Oraz, this is yours, sir. Take it away. C-bets, we let it go. So this is a 6-handed tournament, so I think the final table is going to be 7 players. So half the remaining players now, because there's 14 left, are going to make the final table. Ace-9 offsuit. Blinds are a huge 10,000, 5,000. We can absolutely shove this if it folds round. I think we have to let it go if anyone plays, though. Nobody plays. Ace-9, pretty strong pre. Oh, okay, we've just gone with like a 2.8 raise. We could get played back out here. I think I like the shove. I think I like the shove more than this. It's not terrible, but it's not absolutely optimal, I don't think. We take it, though. We take it straight into ace-king suited. Now, that's way more like it. And you love getting the big monster hand after you've won with a speculative hand because you look so aggressive. Come on, blinds. We want to get played back out here, really. This is a monster. And we do the 3-bet from MTO. Oh, baby. Easy, easy shove for us now. It's a quarter of their stack. They could feasibly fold. It looks kind of pot committed, but actually they could fold this. They're so close to the final table. They've got a very playable stack. I think I'd rather take it for free. With that much chips in there already, I'd rather take it for free. And they do fold a quarter of their stack. They fold to us. Amazing. Amazing. Oh my goodness, straight to pocket nines. What a rush of hands, although it is the cursed hand. Let's find out why, maybe. Under the gun, 2.2 raise, pocket nines. Is MTO going to shove on us? Try and win back some of the chips that they lost last hand. Pretty much all of the chips added together. They're having a really good think going into the tank here, into the time bank. They call. That was the last thing I was expecting was a flat. Fold or raise, I thought. We get flat, so we're going to be out of position with 9s on a flop. Oh, that's actually a bit ugly. Not loving being in this situation right here. Carter folds. Oh my goodness, love it now. Love it now. Top set with the 9s. Wow. So we just repeat the bet from before. MTO calls. Oh no! Oh no! Now a 7's a straight. Now a 7's a straight. Our monster has turned into a nothing. Okay, MTO not saying that they've got the straight. I guess we believe them. We're going to put in a small value bet. That's very brave. That's very brave because it's so hard to fold if they re-raise here, but you kind of have to. And we don't get called, but we do win the pot. I think I prefer a check call there in hindsight. I think I prefer a check call. Great pot to win, though. Still in first, obviously. Over 600,000 now. 12 players left in. Some of them under incredible pressure, like Mikhail DeVille. Only got 4 big blinds. Ace-Queen suited in the big blind. What an absolute monster. Oraz having a real think. Folds in the end. Carter's been... Wow, Carter really picked their moment. And unlucky, to be honest. Oh, no, not unlucky. They hit the flop. They hit the flop. And they take a chunk out of our stack. Thankfully, they were short stacked, and we're absolutely monster stacked. So we can take that hit. Better to... we've won every single time we've been all in, obviously, because we're still in. We've had the luck then, and we've always lost when it's been against a short stack. That's the dream, isn't it? That's what you want. You're not going to win all the hands. That's the way around it needs to be. Short stack Mikhail DeVille pushes all in. We could call this if we think that... it really depends what their stats are. If we think they're pushing wide enough, this is an okay call. They're so short stacked. Wrong call now that we see their cards, but does that actually make it the wrong call? I'm not smart enough to say. Tell me in chat. Tell me in chat. Okay. Ace-6 in the button. And looking at the stack sizes of the blinds compared to the blinds and the antes, this would be a fine shove. if it folds round. Got to fold it if anyone plays. You could shove if there's a limp. Sorry, you could shove if there's a limp. Very, very unlikely to be a limp, though. It's incredibly rare these days. Slightly more common at these low stakes, but even then, not super common as you've seen. So yeah, it does fold round. We do get to shove. Mikhail DeVille, you just doubled through us. Are you going to double through us again? It would start to hurt this time if you did. You got a lot more chips this time, and we got a little bit less. They had to think, but they let it go. They let it go. And we get back about half of the chips that we lost against them before. Ace 5, we 2.2 it in the cutoff. That's a little wide. Unless we've got a reason to be bullying here. Oh, it's the bubble for the final table. Okay, I guess we're bullying because it's the bubble for the final table. Fair enough. I'd normally fold this. In a way, I'd still rather see the fold. But yeah, I can understand why we're doing it in this situation. It's nice to be adaptable. And we do take the blinds. So it works out this time. RNG says we're right. And now another raggy ace in the big blind. It's so different playing four-handed, isn't it, than six-handed. You've got to be so much more loose aggressive. Folds round to us. Fantastic. Even with the ace, we're delighted with that. Absolutely delighted. One of the tables going to lose someone. We make the final table. There we go. Mikhail DeVille, who was so short stacked before, now doing pretty well. Well done to them. Oraz almost out. Look how tiny stacked Oraz is. Okay, so final table. What we want to do now is survive, even though we're pretty big stacked. We're not the big stack, and even if we were, we want to survive up as many rungs of the payout as possible. That is the way to go on final tables. The increment increases are huge relative to the buy-in. And we're going to get somebody short to a stack now. Miho going down quite a lot there. That is good news. We want people getting as short stacked as possible. Obviously, we'd have preferred Hero to have gone out, but they had the better hand, so absolutely fair enough. Oraz looking very likely to go out here. Hero and I are probably going to try and check this down unless one of us hits really, really hard and get rid of Oraz, and we all get a bigger payday. Well, that's not our flop, is it? Hero doesn't like it either. Looking a little bit ugly that Oraz will get themselves back into this. We missed the turn. Hero still doesn't like it. Oh, that's not a good card. Both the overcards to us. Oh my goodness. No, Queen High wins. Queen High wins. Well, it was the highest hand that hadn't hit by the end, wasn't it? With the king and the ace going. Okay, 2.2 raise with pocket eights. And again, there's a nice amount of pressure on the table because Mikhail DeVille's short stacked again. People want that extra payout. And they fold round. Fantastic. So the only realistic thing that could happen there, somebody could wake up with a monster, but realistically, Mikhail DeVille could have shoved and we could actually have afforded to have called that. So it was a nice spot. Oh, please don't fold round on kings again. Not twice in one tournament. No, huge shove. Mikhail DeVille maybe going to make another payout, and all the rest of us as well. Got to avoid the ace, and now a 3. No 3, no ace. Huge amount of chips. Oh my goodness, we're back in the chip lead. 840, give or take, before antes and small blind. 6-4 of diamonds. We could defend this. We're not desperate to. Depends how this goes. What's Hero going to do? Yeah, we could put some pressure on Carter. Oh my goodness, we could put pressure on both. Are we going to raise? Oh my goodness. They'd have to have such a monster to call. Heroes almost said they haven't got that monster by limping. Carter would have to wake up with an insane monster to call because Mikhail DeVille is virtually out. They got 2 big blinds. You don't want to cost yourself that extra payout for 4th. Mikhail DeVille is gone now. We are down to the final 4. There's no ridiculous short stack, although Hero's getting a little low. Oh, we've run ace queen into ace king. No more chip lead for us unless a miracle river. Not a miracle river. And now our turn to have ace king. We've lost the short stack Hero. We made the final 3, but we now are the short stack. We do get the blinds. We're still the short stack though. The other two very, very even. So they should be trying to wait it out to get us out here. They don't want to play hard against each other too much unless we really, really start to pull this back. So we're going to have to pick our spot, try and get some blinds and creep up towards Carter's chip stack. Change the narrative. Wow, Sanzi really not liking what they've got here. So we're going to make a steal attempt. They did we did on the flop. They called. We carry on. I don't know about the flop bet. I don't think I love the flop bet, but now that we did that, we have to do it again on the turn. And we might have to shove this if they check. It could be a misdraw with an ace high. It's basically the same amount of chips in there as we've got behind. Wow, that was so nerve-wracking. But we managed to take it. And that really does get us up towards Carter. So we've done it with the 3-barrel bluff. Woo! Now, having done that, surely we're just going to give this one up. We can't back-to-back try and bluff Sansi out of a hand. Come on, no. We are just purely checking this down. I love it. I love it. Yep. Well done, Sansi. All yours. We are not trying to bully you 2 hands in a row. 6-5 suited. Nice. That is a blind steal hand from the button, if ever there was one. We're still in third, but it's getting pretty close. And we take the blinds. Fantastic. Fantastic. And King Jack. Same situation. Easy raise from the button. Shove even. Yeah, don't hate it at all. We've got like 14.5 big blinds. Easy shove there. Blinds going up next hand. We get raised on. This has got to be a fold. Oh, Sansi finds it. Surely Carter's got to fold. Oh my goodness, they call with Jack-10 offsuit. What have I just seen? What have I just seen? Carter just gifting away second place to us for no reason. We are really short-stacked compared to Sansi. They are a 3-1 favorite here, chips-wise. But we shouldn't even be in second. Amazing. Amazing to get second place. All right, we managed to blind steal our way up a little bit here. They take a little bit back. King 9 offsuit. We shovel in. The Jack's call. Oh my goodness, Miracle King. Miracle King on the flop. No Jack on the turn of the river. And we have doubled up. And now we're the chip leader. Not by a ton. Not by a ton. We're going to defend 6-2 of diamonds. Oh! Oh! Bottom pair and a gut shot and an overcard. This could be it. This is going to be a check shove. We do check shove. Sansi calls. He's got pocket sevens. We need the 5 or the 2 or the... No, the 6. No. No. We are tiny stacked now. We're even worse than we were. 4-1 underdog. We're dominating this, though. They had the pods to call. And we double up with King 6 versus 7-6. Oh, baby. They shovel in. We call with Ace 3. They've got pocket 5s. They've got us dominated. They've got us covered. Ace on the turn. Full house on the river. Wow. Wow. And now we're 2-1 favorite. One absolute roller coaster. This is madness. We've been so lucky heads up when we've been all in twice. Dominated. We've pulled it out both times. Look a dog that we are. We're just giving up this one by the look of it. Yeah. Let that one go. Sansi creeping back up towards our stack size here. We can't comfortably go all in against them, but the blinds are so huge now. 60,000 big blind. Sansi's button. Their first to act. They just call. We're happy to see a flop. We absolutely miss. We do not want to know. Sansi can take it if they want. They do. Fair play. Let's find out what we get on our button. Ace, King, baby. 2.2 raise. We do this with all sorts of hands heads up. This is very, very well disguised. They call. We hit the ace. We're hoping they've got a worse ace, but they check it to us. Probably we just take this now, but it's a nice pot anyway. They call. They call. Okay. Okay. Wow, this is a huge pot. None of the draws come in. The straights, the flushes haven't come in. They've just got middle pair. They don't hit the river. We've won the tournament, baby. Woo! Let's go. $87 from a $1 start. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win a 500-man tournament. Woo!